Yes. وعلى عجالة كمان. يعني I didn't have time to edit. It's raw classes, but later on, inshallah, I will do something more professional. Okay, so let's start. Let me share the screen. All right, you guys. So Unit 3 is practically a practical class. Okay, so if you go to Unit 3 in your textbook, you can do all the exercises that are there. There are a few things that we need to know for this unit. So let's recap. What does recap mean? Muraja, yes. So what is the scientific and technical translation? It is the translation of text related to sciences and technology, okay? So what does it include? It includes a lot of disciplines, mainly physics, biology, engineering, sciences, and so on and so forth, okay? And the most important thing is that they are considered difficult to translate. Why? They have specialized jargon. Okay, so you need to know these jargons in order to translate them correctly. We checked in Unit 1 and 2 some of the characteristics of scientific and technical texts. They are objective languages. What do I mean by objective? It's not subjective. Okay, what does objective and subjective mean? They don't carry emotions. Okay, they are direct. All right, it's a direct language. They are not literary translation. They are practical. They are not colloquial like in literary translation. Okay, you cannot use colloquial language. It's not professional in an academic or technical or scientific setting. Okay, so and it's not humorous. Voila, we found a new atom. Ha 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 ha. Okay, so we can do that. As we said, they carry specialized terminologies, okay, that need accurate translation. Because if you're not accurate in scientific and technical terms, you may find yourself in a bit of a problem when you want to practice them, or what do you call it? When you want to apply them, okay? Use of numbers, symbols, graphs, and diagrams. And these are a little bit hard to translate. Okay? So you need to translate them accurately. What is the importance of scientific and technical translation? They facilitate collaboration. Okay, since we have experts in the field and they work with the same specialized terminologies, so they have common grounds to work with and to work in collaboration with others. Okay? Enables technology transfer between countries. Okay? It's easy to transfer technology and technological terms between countries since they work on the same level of technicality. Okay? Ensures accurate communication of scientific discoveries. This is why it's important, okay? And they are more challenging, as we said, than literary text. The translator should have exceptional language and writing skills, Okay? And translators have to help themselves. They have to be kept, or they have to keep themselves up to date. Okay? Because as we said, technology, sciences, they evolve every minute, every day, every time. Okay, so you need to keep yourself up to date with these innovations, okay, and new information in order to be able to translate them correctly in the other language. There might not be a direct translation in the target language. So what did we say? We can find either an alternative if there is. If there isn't, we can explain, okay, the term in our own language. However, we need the expertise of those who have or experts in this field. Okay. If there are lots of unknown terms or terms coined for the first time, coined, it means used for the first time. Translators need to leave the terms in the original language and apply a footnote. Okay, if there is no alternative, and this is the first time this term is used, you keep it as is and you put a note at the bottom of your paper. Okay? What are the translation strategies that we can use in scientific and technical translation? So, translation of scientific texts should use the most appropriate strategies. We looked before at some strategies, okay, for technical texts. Now, for scientific texts, we can use the following two strategies. Borrowing, what does borrowing mean? To take something from someone else and use it, okay? يستعير. And coinage. هلا شرحت لكم اياها. شو؟ Coin. Yes. Okay. Use of a new term. Okay. The first one is borrowing. نستعير something from another language. Okay. So we use the source language in the target language. All right. So there are three types of borrowing. We have total borrowing, as the word is spelled, spoken, or pronounced in English, we use it in Arabic. Loan transfer, it's a type of borrowing, but we transfer it to the phonological system of the Arabic language. And naturalization, we make it into an Arabic word. Okay? So let's see. The first one is total borrowing, and this is a full phonological borrowing of the term. How do you say it? How do you spell it? You use it. Okay? Not spell, it's like pronounce. For example, laser in Arabic, laser. Okay? Computer, computer. Okay? So same phonetics. The strategy involves also derivation. Derivation اللي هي الاشتقاقات. Like when we say computer, computerat. Computers, computerat. Okay? So this strategy works for new scientific terms that have no equivalence in the target language. New inventions, new diseases, or scientific discoveries. Okay? And this type use the Arabicization. Why do we use Arabicization? because we write it in Arabic with Arabic words as we spell it. Okay? That's why we use Arabization, which uses Arabic letters. Like this one, computer, computer. Okay? We use Arabic letters. All right, you guys. Identify scientific terms in Arabic that are total borrowing from English for the following words, which is easy because it's total borrowing. So, radar, radar. How do you write that? Ra, alif, radar. Or radar. I don't know how do they write it, but I know that it's with alif. Okay? Janam, which is something that has to do with the genes. Okay? Janam. Janam نفسه. It's total borrowing, you guys. ركزوا, it's total borrowing. Janam. Okay? Pixel. Pixel. So, this is how you do them. This is called total borrowing. Okay? Loan borrowing, the second type of borrowing, which is also called calc. Loan is بنعيرك يعني. Okay, like borrowing something. إعارة. To loan someone money, to give him money, and to expect to take something back from him. Okay? Providing the translation of the new term in the target language. هذيك كانت total borrowing of the source language into the target language. Here what we do, we translate the term into the target language. Example, the greenhouse effect. شو هي؟ ظاهرة الاحتباس الحراري. اوكي ما حكينا ظاهرة البيت الأخضر. Okay, we translated that. ظاهرة الاحتباس الحراري. For example, atomic number العدد الذري, which is said in Arabic. Okay. Atomic mass الكتلة الذرية. These are translations. صحيح, they are direct translation for the last two, but they are translation. The word كتلة, the word atomic الذرية are used in Arabic. Okay. We didn't say الماس الأتوميكية. Okay, which is total borrowing. No, we have it in Arabic اللي هي الكتلة الذرية. Which of the following is an example of loan translation? Computer, smartphone, الهاتف الذكي, internet, والالكترونيك ايميل او ايميل, البريد او بريد الكتروني. Are you sure? You sure? اللي معي online? One choice. اللي معي online شو رأيكم؟ Which one? A, B, C or D? اللي معي online نايمين. Okay, so yes, it's B. We said loan translation. So we have to translate. Okay? So smartphone الهاتف الذكي. Whether or on the other hand, computer, internet, and electronic mail are total borrowing. Okay? The other type is naturalization, and this is to adapt the English source term to the Arabic morphology. يعني morphology? Nope, that's phonology. اللي هي قواعد اللغة العربية. قواعد النحوية للغة العربية. It is common with terminologies of computer sciences and technology, chemistry, biology, and all these disciplines. Okay, for example, when we say to Google it, we say روح Googleها. Okay, Facebook أو Facebooks, Facebook أو Facebookat, we say. ايميل او ايميل او ايميلات. فاكس او فاكسات، فاكس او فاكسات. شو عملنا؟ المورفولوجي شو هي اللي هي اخذناها في المره الماضيه؟ اسم الفاعل، اسم المفعول، اسم الاله، كل هدول. So we adapt the words to these شو اسمه الاوزان in Arabic. Okay? اللي هي المورفولوجيكال system of the Arabic language. Naturalize the following terms in Arabic: blog, tweet, and podcast. Blog it, tweet it, and podcast it. How do you say that in Arabic in a natural way? Blog that is in English. How do you say it in Arabic? blog مدونة إلكترونية, a blog on the internet. Yes, bloggers, those who write things on their blogs. دونها, blog it, for example, دونها, or if it's a noun, a blog, مدونة. Okay, tweet, تغريدة أو غردها. Okay, podcast. شو البودكاست؟ It's a voice conversation, right? So how do you say that? Eh? No, it's not a conversation per se. You could do a podcast on your own. Okay, you can be the only one who is talking. So what do we say? ممكن نحكيها بثها صوتيا. Okay? So دون أو يدون أو مدونة، غرد أو يغرد أو تغريدة، وبث صوتي أو بثها أو يبثها. Okay? So this is naturalization because it flows with the Arabic rhymes and morphology and all of the Arabic system. Okay? So, the second strategy is أن هيك خلصنا شو؟ borrowing. We said borrowing can come in the form of total borrowing, which we take the same sound of the source language and we put it in the target language. لا. And loan translation, where we translate the source language into the target language, and naturalization, where we adapt the sound, the morphological sound to the Arabic language. Okay? Now we have the second type, which is coinage. Okay? And coinage, it's to create a new word for the source language word or term.
Fine.
Ah, okay.
Fine.
Oh, okay. Yes, all right, so there are three methods for coinage, okay? Derivation, الاشتقاقات, الاستنباط, in Arabic, which is قواعد المنطق, okay? Deductive reasoning, you deduct what this word means, so you do a new term according to your deduction, okay? And another one, which is also called loan translation in coinage, okay? Derivation or الاشتقاق is to derive تشتق new terms based on the Arabic derivation system اللي هو قواعد الاشتقاق في اللغة العربية. Alright? Example, data, معطيات, it comes from the word أعطى, to give. أعطى, يعطي, معطى, إعطاء, كل هدول are derivation from the root أعطى. Okay? So, that's why you can find words that match, okay, that have equivalents, that are derived from root words. الاستنباط أو deductive reasoning زي ما حكينا, this is reviving old words that were used for something. We took them, we gave them a new twist, and we use them now to be the equivalent of a scientific or technical term. Okay? So, for example, the word cloning in Arabic is istinsakh. However, the word istinsakh in Arabic in the old meaning means كتابة بخط اليد. Okay? So we took this word and we used it as the alternative or the equivalent for the word cloning. ليش؟ لأنه cloning is صورة طبق الأصل of something. So الاستنساخ بخط اليد is the same صورة طبق الأصل عن خط معين. Okay? So they use this word that meant something to mean something new. Okay? Long translation, the last one. Derivation, istinbat, deductive reasoning, okay? And long translation. And this is a literal translation of the meaning of the source term, okay? Like software, برمجيات. Electronic mail, بريد أو الإيميل الإلكتروني. Okay? So both type of strategies in scientific translation, they have similarities, okay, like long translation. Some have unique features like total borrowing or long translation is the same. Okay, or naturalization, and some have istinbat, some have derivation. Okay? What are the translation problems that translators face when they translate scientific texts? The first problem is accuracy. Am I using the correct word, term? Okay? So the translation should convey the same objectives of the source language. And this is done for any type of translation, whether it's literal, whether it's scientific, whether it's environmental. Any type of translation should transfer the meaning, okay? بغض النظر عن طريقة الترجمة, the meaning should stay the same. All right? هلا, some disciplines use literal translation. Some others, some others use free translation. Okay? And each one has specific regulations or specific things that you can do with them. Okay? The second one is proficiency. To be a technical or scientific translator, you need to be proficient in the language, okay? Not only in the language, in the discipline itself. Yani, if you want to become a translator of a medical translation or medical field, you need to have the background in medicine, okay? In order for you to translate medical documents, all right? The translator should understand the scientific content of the article by analyzing the text on three levels. We have the lexical analysis, and this is done on the level of the word itself. من اسمها lexis means words, okay? On the grammatical level, اللي هي الستراكشر, السyntax, grammar, and so on. While on the cultural consideration, am I allowed to translate this point into Arabic? Is it ethically or culturally viable to translate it? Okay? The first one is the lexical and terminological issue, problem, challenge. What do we have here? So, as we said, this is done at the level of the word itself. A translator should look up technical terms if he or she don't know them, okay, or have doubts. شو يعني doubts? شكوك of the translation, if it's correct or not, okay? Use a good technical dictionaries. يعني the dictionary that you gave me, Malak, is a general dictionary, okay? It's not a specialized dictionary. If you want to become a technical or scientific translation in a special discipline in this field, you need to go by a specialized type of dictionary, okay? Identify the text register. أين يقع هذا النص مقارنة مع النصوص الأخرى. Okay? Does it use specialized vocabulary? Does it use neologisms? What is neologism? A neologism, we already talked about this. Neologism means new words. Okay? And newly coined terms. If you read the sentence, you could have known what neologism means. And abbreviation and acronyms. And those in scientific and technical terms are a little bit tricky to translate. You need to know the full sentence of the acronym or abbreviation in order to translate it correctly into Arabic, for example. Okay? The second problem we said is at the level of the grammar, okay? And here this involves a contrastive analysis of grammatical structures in the source language and the text language. How different is the grammatical system between both the languages, okay? يعني المثل اللي دايما بضربه, Arabic starts with a verb, while English starts with a noun most of the time. Yeah, there are exceptions. Examples of grammatical differences. Arabic is a highly inflected language. فيها إعرابات كثيرة, okay? Compared to English, which uses very few inflections. Arabic has inflections for tense, numbers, genders, while English has inflections for plural only. Yani we have singular, plural, dual in Arabic, okay? We have كم ضمير عندنا في اللغة العربية؟ طيب. لا قصدي أنا أنت أنت أنتما أنتم أنتن هم هن هو هي. We have 10. We have 10. In English we have only 6. Okay? So yeah, Arabic has inflections for singular, dual, and plural, while English uses the pronoun it. مثلا, we don't have it to refer to objects, while Arabic uses masculine or feminine. هذا هو الكرسي. هذه هي الطاولة. While in English, it. Okay? Arabic does not have an equivalent perspective aspects, what we call in Arabic al-janib, al-kamali, al-dafi, such as the different type of tenses for each tense of the verb to be or the verb to be as in English. For example, in English we have, or in Arabic, we have only past, present, and future. صح? In English, we have past simple, present simple, future simple, past continuous, present continuous, future continuous. We have lots of past, present, and future. While in Arabic, we only have 3 types. The verb to be also, for example, he is a boy. Okay, in Arabic, when you translate it, we don't have the verb to be. هو طفل. Okay, أو هو ولد. مش هو إنه ولد. Okay, we don't have the verb to be. These are normally not translated into Arabic. Okay, or vice versa. Now, how would you translate into Arabic by considering grammatical gender? Okay, the proton is located. Protonat الفيتشر. The proton is located in the center of the atom. Okay, هل هي تقع البروتونات في مركز الذرة؟ أو يقع البروتون تقع البروتون في مركز الذرة، أو يقع البروتون في مركز الذرة، أو تقع البروتونات في مركز الذرة، أو يقع البروتونات في مركز الذرة. You need to know. Proton is a masculine word in English. When you translate proton in Arabic, does it stay masculine or does it change to feminine? هل بيضل مذكر ولا بيقلب للمؤنث؟ Read the sentence. Is it singular? Is it plural? Is it masculine? Is it feminine? When you translate it, what do you think online, Iman or Mayar?
I think B.
B? Okay, all B. You agree all on B? Don't put it there, put it somewhere
Yes,
somewhere
I think
else.
B.
إذا خلصت البطارية بدي أشوف. Okay, so B. Yes, it is B. يقع البروتون. So proton in English is masculine. It stayed masculine in Arabic. Okay. في مركز الذرة. Okay. Good job. The third problem, we talked about the problem on the level of the word. Okay, we talked of the problems at the level of the grammar. Now we have problems at the level of the culture. Okay, and these come from the difference in the Arabic system and the Arabic and English cultural system. For example, in America, they use the imperial measurement system, while we use the metric. Yani we use cubic meters, kilometers, meters. They use pounds, they use libras, they use inches, and so on. Okay? So we have, when we translate them into Arabic, we have to convert them into what we use. Because if you translate something like 5 inches to an Arabic audience, they will not understand what an inch is. Okay? So you have to translate it to, مثلا, an inch is 2.5 centimeters, I think. So if you say 10 inches, it's 25 centimeters. Okay? The date formatting, for example, in the English language, you use month, date, year. In Arabic, we use date, month, year. Okay. The calendar in the word uses the Gregorian, which we know, like January, February, March. Okay. In the Islamic word, they use the Islamic calendar. Okay. اللي هو that's it. الربيع الأول، الربيع الثاني وغيره. Okay. Directionality. In English, we write from left to right. In Arabic, we write from right to left. Yeah. Yes, that's what you need to do. If you use ربيع الأول ربيع يعني حتى في عرب they don't know the Islamic calendar. I'm one of them. Okay, I don't know the Islamic calendar. ولكن I know the Gregorian calendar, which is internationally used. All right. So when you translate an Islamic calendar into English, you have to convert it to the Gregorian calendar. And they will not know it. And ask any person in the Arab world, only a few will know what an Islamic calendar is. Okay? Numerical system. Is it a Western or an Eastern numerical system? However, you all know that the English letters are actually Arabic letters, yeah? And we use the Indian numbers. يعني 1, 2, 3, 4 are Arabic numbers. The ones we write in Arabic, 1, 2, 3 are Indian numbers. Okay? Scientific analogies, ensuring cultural relevance. Okay? Is it relevant to translate this information into Arabic? Is it correct to translate it or not? Does it fit the culture of the Arabic word or not? Okay? Religious and cultural sensitivity, you need to be aware of the topic you are translating, okay, in the scientific field. For example, الاستنساخ, cloning, is still a no subject in the Arab world, okay? Educational terminology, adapting the degree and level of references in the terminology used, naming conventions, handling different and impersonal names and title. For example, Miss, Mrs., Doctor, Professor, I don't know what else. نفس الشيء, do we have them in Arabic or do we use something else, for example? Okay, like His Excellency, we use it in English for everyone. From the president to the minister to the I don't know what. In Arabic, we have فخامتك, دولتك, عطوفتك, زيادتك, whatever. Okay? So we have other types of naming them. Acronyms and abbreviation, translating. Do we use translation, transliteration, or explanation? Okay? So these, sorry. These are some of the problems that you may encounter on the cultural level, okay? We talked about problems on the word level, on the grammatical level, and on the cultural level. Now we have another set of problems that comes on the equivalence level. اوكي شو المرادفات؟ عندنا مشاكل لما بدنا نيجي نترجم بين الكلمات المرادفه للكلمه الاصليه. اوكي This comes in the term of cultural specific concept. إذا بتتذكروا introduction to translation, you have things that are called culture bound terminologies, okay? That are related only to one specific culture. And they don't have, or rather, they do have equivalents, ولكن you need to work to find the good equivalent, okay? The source language concept is not lexicalized. Not lexicalized. It is not a word that is accepted in the target language yet, okay? The source language word is semantically complex. شو يعني semantically? يعني semantics. هاي الكلمات you need to know them since the introduction to translation, okay? Semantics means at the level of the word, okay? Everything related to the word itself, all right? So the word may be a complex word that we never heard of before and doesn't have an equivalent. The source language and target language make different distinctions in meaning. Okay? For example, family in English means عائلة. However, عائلة عائلة in Arabic is either the nucleus, الأب الأم الأولاد, or the extended family, which is this is the meaning of family in Arabic. Okay, it's the whole family. All right. The target language lacks a superordinate. A superordinate is a word that below it has all the words as we know them. For example, the superordinate is insects. The words that come below it are cockroaches, bees, what do we have? Ants. حشرات كثيرة, I can't remember. Fireflies. All of these are called insects. They are under one superordinate level. Okay. Sometimes we don't have this in Arabic. It's a newly coined aspect in the English language, or actually it is in the Latin language and Greek language. Okay? The target language lacks a specific term. It's not there. We don't have it. Okay? Differences in physical or interpersonal perspective, المنظور الشخصي أو الملموس. Your experience as a translator, is it there? Is it not? Do you know the equivalent? Do you not? Okay. Differences in expressive meaning, المعنى التعبيري. We know that we have denotative and connotative meaning. What is a denotative meaning? المعنى المعجمي. Okay? If you open your dictionary, the meaning that is in your dictionary is the denotative meaning. The connotative meaning, on the other hand, is what? كل ما خفي من معاني لهاي الكلمة. A connotative meaning is everything that is related to the word. Okay? Not only the dictionary meaning. Differences in form, the form of the word, yeah. Differences in frequency and purpose of use of this word, while the use of the words in the source text. These are all differences in at the level of the equivalence. Okay. The last two things we will talk about are the strategies to deal with problems at word level equivalence. Okay? So we have translation by a more general word. We forget the specialized word and we use a more general word. Translation by a more neutral word, less expressive. Translation by cultural substitution. We have a word that means the same but is different, so we can use them. Okay, in our culture, for example. Translation using a long word or long word plus explanation. Translation by paraphrasing, لإعادة صياغة. Okay, using the related word. Translation by paraphrase using the unrelated word, ولكن they give the same meaning. Okay? Translation by omission, we take out everything. And translation by illustration, نستخدم بيانات توضيحية. لا نشرح عن الكلمة اللي مش موجودة عندنا. Okay? So, what are the practical steps in scientific translation? Understand the source text carefully. Research unfamiliar term, choose appropriate translation strategies, maintain consistency in terminology. If I use this word at the beginning of the document, I need to use it throughout the document. Okay? Review and revise. These are all things that we know that we talked about. If we take them one at a time, understand the source text, read the entire text, identify the concept, consult subject matter experts. If we take step 2, researching unfamiliar term, use specialized dictionaries, consult scientific databases and journals, verify terms with the experts. Step 3, choosing appropriate strategies, consider the target audience, okay? And purpose, decide between following coinage and other strategies, while balance accuracy and readability. I'm going through them fast because we already talked about them, okay? Maintaining consistency, create a glossary for yourself. If you want, or if you're thinking of becoming a technical or scientific translator in the near future, for example, start from now preparing your own glossary database, okay? Use consistent terminology throughout the text to pay attention to abbreviations and unit of measurement. And the last one is review and revise. Always, always you have to review and revise. Self-review for accuracy and clarity, peer review. This is also an important step in editing and proofreading or reviewing your work. Expert review by a subject matter. So you see how many types of reviews: yourself, someone else, and an expert in the field. The key takeaways of this chapter or of this unit are that scientific translation requires specialized knowledge and skills. They need multiple strategies that can be used in translating the different specialized terminologies and contexts. Accuracy, consistency, and ethical consideration are important. And continuous learning and research are essential for any scientific translator or technical translator. Okay? Whew. We're done with Unit 3. Now we can practice. All right, pen and paper. We need to translate this text. It's a text, okay? Well, I put it in the form of bullet points to make it easier for you to translate. So let's take this text 1 point at a time. This is a scientific text. You guys, listen to me. This is a scientific text, but it employs some nice words, okay? The title, for example, is catchy. The wondrous molecule, the wondrous molecule, a deep dive into DNA. Now, if you want to translate DNA, you have to take it back to its original words, okay? So because DNA is an acronym, so you need to know it in English, what DNA stands for, in order to translate it into Arabic. So the first one is deoxyribonucleic acid. Yes. Those are specialized terms, okay? More commonly known as DNA, all right, is one of the most remarkable molecules in the biological world. Okay, since we have one dictionary in class, we can use this dictionary in class. All right? Because I know that these are specialized terminology. You and me, we don't know them. Okay? Unless we are specialized in this type of translation. So try to find the word which makes it easier for you if you find DNA. What does DNA stand for? In scientific translation, okay, you will not be able to translate every single specialized word. ولكن you will have some alternatives in Arabic that are easier to use. Okay? So instead of saying deoxyribonucleic acid, dioxide acid, whatever, okay, you can find the alternative in Arabic, which is what? More commonly known as DNA. You will not need to write the scientific word. You just need to write what DNA stands for. Okay? فاهمين علي؟ يلا go translate. And it's a group work. It's a group translation. Just a side note, here there are two types of translations, okay? You have the specialized type of translation where you translate to experts in the field. And you have the other type of translation, which is more general type of translation when you talk to the public who are interested in science. Okay? They are not experts, but they are interested. So you can translate this sentence in two different ways. Okay? Either you translate it to the experts themselves or you translate it to the public. Yeah, it's up to you to choose which dictionary you want to use. If you don't know, listen to me. If you don't know the translation of the word, use Arabization. If you don't know it, of course you can use it. As Arabize it and give it a footnote. We have all heard of DNA. كلنا سمعنا بكلمة DNA. So go back into your previous knowledge and fetch this word. What do you know about DNA? And you looked wondrous in the dictionary? Ah, okay. When you're done, say done or raise your hand. Yalla, 1 minute. It's one sentence, you guys, only. One sentence, 1 minute. Yalla. Have a second. Have a minute, Austin. Have a second. Have a minute. Just the first point. Just the first point. Yalla. Let's hear you. Type. If you want to translate the first part of the sentence to an expert audience, to an audience of expert, how do you translate that? The first part of the sentence. Take deribonucleic acid, more commonly known as DNA. المعروف DNA أو الحمض النووي هو واحدة وواحد من أكثر الجزيئات شيوعاً إثارة للاهتمام أو مثير للاهتمام. إيه؟ في عالم الجزيئات أو في المجال البيولوجي. So you have many ways to translate the first one. So I'm not going to put it because بنروح على الجمع. The first one, the wondrous molecule. زي العبير. الجزيء المثير. Okay? الجزيء الغامض, mysterious أو whatever. Okay? So yes, الجزيء العجيب for example. تفصيل عميق عن الحمض النووي. اوكي شو عملتوا؟ جولة عميقة في الحمض النووي. نظرة عميقة أو نبذة عميقة في الحمض النووي. Very good. So you can either deoxyribonucleic acid وكتابته باللغة العربية using Arabization, Arabic letters to pronounce the word. Okay, so you can say حمض الديوكسيريبونيوكليك. Okay, acid ما هو حمض اوكي المعروف باسم الحمض النووي او الدي ان اي لانه في اختصار we can use DNA in Arabic as D داليا N ألف نون A ألف ياء. We can use this acronym in Arabic. okay وين وصلنا؟ معروف الحمض النووي هو واحد من أكثر الجزيئات روعة أو عجبا في العالم أو البيولوجي أو عالم الجزيئات. Okay? All right. So the second sentence it is the key to understanding the hereditary information that defines life on Earth. Okay? So how are you going to try? I don't think that there are very specialized words here. So hereditary is a common word. Okay, it's a common word that you can use or you can translate easily. All right? So yalla, 1 minute. Go. Second sentence. The second point, translate it. اللي معي اونلاين بدكمش تشاركوا؟ Yeah, let's hear it. How did you translate the second sentence? Go. هي المفتاح. الحمض النووي هو المفتاح. اوكي. هي ايش؟ لفهم المعلومات الوراثية التي تحدد تعرف الحياة على الأرض. أوكي. هي الطريق. أوكي. المخفية. طيب هي الهيريديتري اللي هي شو وراثية صح؟ We already know that. So why did you change it to someone else or something else? Okay, so use hereditary. Yes? This is too much words. المفتاح الأساسي المهم. Okay. الصفات الوراثية. Good. اوكي الصفات التي تصف repetitive a little bit التي تعرف التي تحدد التي تشمل اوكي الحياة على الأرض. Nicely put you guys. Online, do you have anything else to add?
لا يا دكتورة نفس ما حكوه.
نفس اللي حكوه. اوكي طيب. The last sentence. This scientific text delves into the structure, function, and significance of DNA, shedding light on its critical role in genetics and life itself. So here too, we don't have many specialized words. We have DNA. We have an expression, shedding light, and we have genetics as a specialized word. 1 minute. Go. This scientific text means this paper that talks about this subject. Okay? Think Arabic. Significant. Significant. Or significance. Yeah? What is the word that you are looking for in the dictionary? There is no need for a dictionary in this sentence. Ask. There is no need for a dictionary for this sentence. Close your dictionary, Malak. This is why I don't like the use of dictionaries in class or in exams. You waste time. Ask. You have 4, 5 other, 6 other people to ask. It's roll. It's not rule. Roll. Yalla. Half a minute, yalla. Write the last word. Significance. Significance. If you don't know how to pronounce a word, you guys, cut the word out. Okay? Significance. Cut it out in order to know how to pronounce each segment. Okay? Don't ask me. Ask your peers. All right, yalla. Let's hear you. Go. وإيش؟ بعد الدي ان ايه؟ الحمض النووي ووظيفة وأهمية دوره المذهل على الوراثة والحياة نفسها. Okay, yes. يتطرق, we started with a verb to match the Arabic structure. Yes. على البنية والوظيفة والأهمية. حيث يسلط الضوء, this is an expression. Shed lights, it's an expression in Arabic, يسلط الضوء. Okay, على دوره الرائع, على دوره المميز. مثلا العظيم, it's over. في علم الجينات والحياة أو علم الوراثة والحياة. Okay, جينات you used Arabization, total borrowing, okay, أو loan transfer بالأحرى, أو total borrowing, وعلم الوراثة it's loan translation or naturalization. Okay, so yes, you guys, very good. You almost nailed the entire text. Okay. So as you could see, we have different ways or different words we can use to express a single word in English. But we need to make sure that they are appropriate. Okay. Like, for example, كلمة عظيم, it's too over to use it for this sentence. It's the same, كبير عظيم، ولكن المميز شو حكينا؟ لا، incredible role. شو كتبته؟ رائع. برضه اوفر شوي. المذهل، المميز، كذا. It's more appropriate. Okay. So yes, I think we can stop for here today. Significance اللي هي أهمية. Signified, significant, أهمية. Yes, so yeah, صح. This is it for today, you guys. If I don't see you, I don't think I will see you for another class. Good luck in your scientific and technical exam. Okay? Do the exercises in the book and don't leave it till the last minute. Okay.